Hi guys, today is Monday and this is your math lesson for today. So you are going to need to turn to page 80 in your Blue Dot Math book, page 80. If you need to pause the video so that you can get your math book out, that would be just fine. And then after we finish this, then you will need your yellow dot math book, okay? So today we're talking about solving one-step word problems with two-digit numbers. Two-digit numbers. Those are big numbers. For instance, like, let me see if you can see this over here. Like 53 plus 26. Those are big numbers, two-digit numbers. They have two digits in it, okay? That didn't show up really well, but two-digit numbers, okay? So that's what we're talking about today. So we're going to get started on our first problem. It says, Mr. Soto's students can trade 75 box tops for school supplies. They have 49 box tops. How many more do they need to get to 75? Okay. Well, the first thing we do, look at the numbers that we already know. We know 49 and we know 75, okay? Well, what's your biggest number? Well, your biggest number is 75. If you look right here at this bar model, remember this one looks like the Hershey bar? So this is the bar model, okay? Our biggest number goes on top, 75. We know how many box tops they already have, which is 49. That would go in this box. What we need to figure out is how many more they still need, okay? So that's our question mark in this box. That's what we're figuring out. So it says, what's the total number of box tops the class can trade? The total number they need is 75, goes here at the top. How many box tops does the class start with? That's your 49. Write it in the model. So 75 and 49, we're going to figure out that question mark, okay? So if we turn that into an equation, take it from the bar model, put it into an equation, we have a plus equation. Well, we're not going to start with 75. When you plus, you end in your biggest number. So 75 we know is going to go right here. Okay, that's what we need all together. We started with 49 box tops. We're figuring out how many box tops we need to go with it to get to 75. So there is our equation. 49 plus something equals 75. That's what we're trying to get to. Now, it says find the missing number, show your work. Guess what, guys? They didn't tell us how we had to do it, okay? They didn't say we had to use a number line. They didn't say we had to pull apart. They didn't say we had to go to the nearest 10. They didn't say we had to do old-fashioned. They did not tell us. So it's really up to us how we solve it, okay? So if you don't like the way that Mrs. Schaefer solves it right now, that's fine. Use the way that you like. I'm not worried about which way you choose. I'm worried about how you get your answer, okay? As long as you choose the way that you like the best, then you're going to come up with a good answer, okay? So watch me do it this way and then make sure your answer matches mine. If you like the way I'm doing it, then go ahead and follow along with me, okay? So I know I have 49 and I need to count up to get to 75. Here's my number line. I'm at 49. I need to get to 75, okay? This is where we take the jumps, I call it, or the hops. Okay, so if I'm at 49, that's really close, and there's 10, which is 50. Okay, and I took one hop to go from 49 to 50. Okay, 75 is really close to 70, which would be that nearest 10. So now I'm going to hop from 50 to 70. 50, 60, 70. Two tens. Two tens makes 10, 20. So I take 20 hops there. So now I'm at 70. How many hops from 70 to 75? 5 hops. Okay. We're still not done though. 1, 20, and 5. We have to put those together. Okay. So 1 plus 5 makes 6, and 6 plus 20 makes 26. So your answer is 26 box tops. So 26 would end up going in this box right here. 26. 49 plus 26 equals 75. Okay? Just feel free to pause the video anytime you need to get caught up or you need to write something down, okay? All right. Let's go on to the next page. Looks like we have some different models. You guys are familiar with the models. We've talked about these before, okay? So we have right here, this is called a tape diagram. It's called a bar model. Looks like the Hershey bar. And this is the one that you know the best. That looks like a number bond, okay? So what they're trying to tell you, you'll notice there are words written in red, words written in green, words written in blue. The words written in red, okay, is the total. That's the big number. That's how I describe it to you guys. It's the biggest number, goes at the top, okay? That's the total, the big number. And then you have small numbers that you add together. In this case, when we're talking about the box tops, 49 is the number you started with, so that's the green number. You started with 49 box tops. The class is working to get some more, but they started with 49. And then when they get to 75, they're going to stop because they reached the total that they need. That change, that's how many they need to change the equation by, meaning they need to collect more, okay? So that's going to change our problem. So as the class gets more box tops, that number's changing. So that's why we call it that change number, okay? Basically, all you need to know, this is kind of fancy talk here by saying total, start, and change. It's not hard, total, start, and change. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. Total being the big number on top. Start would be the number you start with. The change is how many you go up, okay? But just remember, biggest number goes on top, okay? That's going to help you the most. All right, you can solve it by doing two different equations. You can do an addition equation. You can do a subtraction equation. You know this because you're good at fact families, okay? You guys know the fact family. For example, 6, 2, and 4. That's a fact family. You know this. You would come up with two addition problems for this. You would say 2 plus 4 equals 6. You would come up with 4 plus 2 equals 6. Those are your two addition problems. Then you would come up with two subtraction problems. 6 minus 4 equals 2, and 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 equations you just did. 2 pluses, 2 minuses, 2 addition, 2 subtraction. It's exactly the same, folks, down here, except these are big numbers. That's the only difference, okay? It's still a fact family. You can still get 2 addition number sentences, and you can still get 2 subtraction number sentences. They're just really big numbers, okay? So we start with 49. We know that. That blue question mark is the number that we don't know yet. We actually know it because we figured it out, but we weren't given that information. And equals 75, and then we switch it. Something plus 49 is 75. Same down here, 75 minus 49 equals something, or 75 minus 49, you switch up, something equals 49. All you do is switching, just like you did here. Exactly. You switch the 4 and 2, you switch the 2 and the 4, switch them up there, okay? So that's all you're doing. It's just big numbers. Look at the equations above. The question mark and numbers are in different places. Why is the answer to all of the equations 26? Why is the answer always going to be 6 in this one and 26? Well, they are a fact family. Okay? And in a fact family, you always get 2 addition equations, 2 subtraction equations, because it's a fact family, okay? So that's why it's a fact family. Okay? Alrighty, we are going to close the blue dot book. We're going to open our yellow dot book. Okay? And I need you to turn to page 93. 93 in this book. So go ahead and pause it if you need to get your book open and ready. But page 93. And we're talking about the same things, okay? We are talking about how to solve word problems. Here's our first example. Seth had 8 toy cars. Then his friend gave him more toy cars. Now Seth has 12 cars. How many cars does Seth's friend give him? Well, kind of easy. Put it in a model. This is a tape diagram. Okay? Sometimes it's a bar model. It doesn't matter. You use the one you like. This would be the bar model. You can use a number bond, okay? Big number goes on top. What do we know the total number of cars Seth has? Is 12. Goes right on top. How many did he start with? Remember, total start. What did he start with? He started with 8. What did I change? What did I change here to get to 12? Well, this one, you can come up with your equations. Just like in every other family, fact family, you've got some additions and subtractions. You can say 8 plus something equals 12, or 12 minus 8 equals something, or 12 minus something is, these are all in the fact family, okay? It doesn't matter which one you use. Use the one you like, okay? That's the cool thing about math. Use the one you like. I like to count up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many did I count up? 4. I counted up by 4, and there we go. Seth's friend gave him 4 cars, okay? All right. I am going to scoot this up a little bit. I feel like it's a little easier to see kind of in this area on the video. So we've got another problem. It says there are 17 students in the gym. There are 9 boys. So 17 total students. Remember, where does that total number go, or the big number? Goes on top, 17. Now, if I take that group of kids, 17 of them, and I pull the boys away, that's the number of kids that I've started with. That's how many I knew were boys. I started with that number 9. It goes here, okay? I need to figure out this one right here. What number is the total? What part do you know? Complete the tape diagram. Done. Now we're going to come up with some equations. Remember, 4 equations when you have a fact family, okay? So we can start with something. We can start with a blank plus something is 17. What's the number we know? 9. 9 plus something is 17. Now we're going to write a subtraction equation. 17 minus 9 equals something. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to switch. 17 minus something equals 9. Okay? All fact family. How many girls are in the gym? Well, again, you can do it any way you want. 17 minus 9. You can count up. 9 plus something is 17. I personally like counting up. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I counted up 8. 8 would be my number of girls. There are 8 girls in the gym. Okay. We're going to do some more practicing. Go ahead and pause anytime you need to. Rewind. Watch it again. It's all good. Okay. There are 7 birds on a fence. More birds join them. Then there are 13 birds on the fence. It doesn't tell me to do this, but sometimes I like to go ahead, draw a model. I'm going to pick a bar model. Okay. In my bar model, I know the total number, the big number, the total number of birds. 13 is how many were all together. How many birds did I start with? Remember the start number starts here, start number. I started with 7. How many birds joined them? Well, that's the part I'm going to figure out. That's how many things changed, okay? Right here are some equations. This is a fact family. We're going to put it into some fact family sentences, okay? When you have pluses, you end with your big number, okay? The number I know is 7. So 7 plus something equals 13. That goes in our number sentence. When you subtract, you start with your big number. My big number is 13. So 13 minus something equals 7. Or 13 minus 7 equals something. Those two switched because it's a fact family, okay? All right, this is how I solve this problem. Let's go ahead and do it, okay? Again, I'm choosing to count up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many joined? 6. 6 birds joined the group of first birds. That was how many it changed. Okay. All righty, let's go down a little bit more. I'm going to move it up so you can see. Ryan had 6 acorns and Joe had 15 acorns. Then Joe gives Ryan some acorns. Now Ryan has 11 acorns. How many acorns do Joe and Ryan have all together? Well, this one's not that hard. Ryan had 6 acorns and Joe had 15 acorns. I need to figure out how many they have altogether. Okay? Well, that's just a straight, easy peasy addition equation. So 15 plus 6, everybody tell me? 21. That was the easy part. Now, how many acorns did Joe give to Ryan? Well, I don't know. We're going to figure that out. So Ryan had 6, okay? So he had 6. Joe gave him some. I don't know how many, but now I know he has 11, okay? This is the one I don't know. Well, if it helps, draw a model. Okay, what's your big number? 11. What's the number you know? 6. Now all you have to do is figure out how much that changed. 6 plus, what is it? Yes, 5. 5 would go here. How many acorns did Joe give Ryan? 5 acorns. That's what she gave him. So there you go, folks. All right, that's our lesson today. If you get a little confused, just rewind it, watch it again. Okay, make sure you get everything written down in both of your books, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.